everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I welcome you. I would love for you to hang around by clicking that red subscribe button, turning on your notifications by clicking the bell so that you don't miss another video. Today's video is going to be an update that I'm going to be doing to this lamp. I last posted a video about how I put together my coffee bar, and I had this lamp on there and I thought it was kind of drab and plain, so I decided to give it a little bit of a spruce up. And if you want to see what I did with it, stick around to the end of the video so you see the final results. So this is what the lamp looks like on the inside. It's one of those lamps where the lampshade just basically sits on top, and this is what my lampshade looks like. I'm going to be starting off with these crystals that I got from Amazon, and they're basically chandelier crystals. I used them on another lamp DIY recently. I can link that above if you have not seen it. I'm also going to be using some of the crystals from this really long chain that I also got off of Amazon. I'm telling you guys, my Dollar Trees out here are terrible and I have to order everything online, but it's pretty much the same mechanism. They're all linked together by these little hooks that you can just kind of unhook and add on whatever you want, kind of like a keychain. Let me know in the comments, you guys, what is your style? Do you like the glam style, or are you more of a farmhouse, or are you rustic chic, or I don't know, rustic glam, a mix of both? Let me know in the comments what you guys like. I would love to know. Also, for this DIY, I'm going to be using one of those plastic plates for attaching my crystals. And I wanted to do a safety check. If you are going to be trying this, make sure that you're not using a light bulb that emits a lot of heat. So I'm using LED light bulbs, and they don't put out a lot of heat at all. And the placement of this, because the plate is plastic, you don't want that to melt and cause a fire. The placement of my plastic plate, you will see later on in the video, it has no interference with the light bulb. And again, this is what my lampshade looks like, and it basically just sits on top. Also going to be using a soldering tool. I got this also on Amazon. I'm like Amazon Prime shopper to help me with melting the plastic. So the first thing I did was to trace where I was going to put the little plate, and then I marked with little dots with a marker where I was going to insert the little hooks for the crystals. And I used the clock method, so I did 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then I did some spots in between. Then I set the soldering tool to, I think it was 400 degrees. I'm sorry you can't see it, my camera wouldn't focus. And I used it to make the little holes. This thing gets super hot, and it's so neat to make melt plastic, make holes or whatever. And the only thing is, make sure you're in a well ventilated area, because as you can see, there's some smoke coming off from the melted plastic. Then I used it to melt the inside of the plate, and just traced the circle that I had made previously so that I can make my hole. Yeah, there was a lot of smoke. And I had my back door open, and my air conditioning was on high. So now that I had the hole, it's not going to be perfect, but it doesn't matter as long as you can set it and stabilize it on the lamp. So now it was time to arrange my crystals. So I pretty much wanted to have one long strand and a short strand. So I had a strand of 8 crystals and a strand of 5 crystals, and I just alternated them and hooked them onto the plate. Now, because the chandelier ones were not that long, I ended up having to attach them together. So I attached the chandelier crystals to the long stranded crystal beads that I had. And this is what it looked like once I had it all together, as it slips out of my hand. So I had a long strand, and I think my long strand was of 8 crystals, and then the big pendant at the bottom. And then the shorter strand was 5 crystals and the big pendant at the bottom. So all I did was attach them and hook them onto the plate and alternated from long to short. And I did that all around. And as you can see, I have a shorter one and a longer one. So once I did that all around, I started to work on my lampshade. So this is a lampshade as it is, just plain and white. And I decided to use these flower mesh bling wrap that I got also off Amazon. I will link everything down below if you guys are interested. And it comes in a giant roll, and it has, I think, 2, 4, 6, 7 or 8 rows of flowers. And I'm going to be using 2 rows, so 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. I already pre-measured the strip and cut it according to the bottom of my lampshade because the bottom was bigger, and this is how big the roll is that you order. And all I'm going to be doing is cutting out a row of 2 flowers out of this long strand. And they're really pretty and shiny, and I'm sure if you guys are into DIYs, you must have seen them on YouTube. A lot of other people use this type of bling wrap. It's just like regular bling wrap, it's a mesh, so you just kind of cut the mesh and then you can get your flowers through. Next, I just started hot gluing the flowers onto the lampshade, and I started at the seam of the lampshade, making sure everything was lined up, and then I just skipped about 3 flowers or so, and then I would just add some hot glue onto the back of the flowers and glue it back onto the lampshade. And I just continued and did that same process all the way around on the top and at the bottom of the lampshade. Once I was done adding the bling wrap, this is what it looked like. And I was really happy to see the result. And this is what the seam looks like. Next, it was just time to assemble my little unit. And please forgive the shaky camera. I'm trying to hold my camera and do this with one hand. And that was a challenge. But you just insert the plate on top of the area where you put the light bulb. And as you can see, it's not going to interfere with you turning on the lamp at all. There's plenty of space for that. And then you pop the lampshade on top. And then screw in the light bulb. Again, trying to do this with one hand was really challenging. And my lampshade went from looking like this to looking like this. I was so in love with it when I was done. I had the vision in my head, but I wasn't sure if that plate was gonna work. And here it is, you guys. It looks so pretty and so cute, and it goes so well with the art piece that's right above it. Has a lot of like silver and reflectiveness to it. And it just kind of gave my coffee bar another glam aspect, and I'm just so in love with it. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. God bless you, and bye-bye.